Namaste. Thank you for joining me. My name is Cristina McLauchlan, founder of the Vibe Tribe. I am honored to be sharing this space with you so that you can move even in your hotel room. So we're going to start with a gentle ease into a 20-minute practice. Find yourself first in a comfortable seat for a mindfulness practice. I'm going to change my seating position to an easy cross-legged position on my mat. Now, as you can see in this suite here at the Hyatt, I have moved some of the furniture away and just called the concierge to bring my mat up for me. And I've set it up in such a way that I'm near the window so that I have some daylight. So let's start by arriving into the space that you would have set up in your room. An easy cross-legged position, placing your left shin on top of your right, finding yourself easily grounded, placing your hands on top of your knees. Palms can face up or can face down. Sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Soften your belly area and gently close your eyes. Just find yourself here as you arrive into this current moment with your breath. Taking deep breaths in and exhaling out. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slow. One more time, deep breath in. Soft breath out. Arrive onto your mat, giving yourself this gift of space and time to practice. Slowly open your eyes and allow the light to filter back in. And let's enjoy our practice together. Let's start in a tabletop position. So when we're moving through into our tabletop, make sure that your wrists are aligned with your shoulders and that your knees are aligned with your hip bones. Spread all your fingers wide so that you're making full contact within the mat. Your feet, the tops of your feet are pushing down towards your mat here. Now cinch your ribs in towards the center so that your back is nice and flat. You're in a neutral position. Just find yourself in this space for a moment. Arms are fully straight, tops of the feet push towards the mat. We're going to warm the body up by making 3 big circles first around clockwise. So moving yourself around with your breath, making your hips touch down towards your heels, exhaling as you reach back to center. Inhaling as your hips touch heels, exhaling back to center. One more round, inhaling, exhale. Find yourself in neutral, and then let's move the other way 3 rounds of breath. Inhale as your hips make down towards heels, exhale. 2 more times, inhaling, exhaling. Last time, deep breath in, soft breath out. Inhale back to center. Tuck your toes under now. Spread your toes wide onto your mat. And let's move through 3 rounds of cat-cow, undulating the spine like the wave of an ocean. So you want to drop your belly down and lift your chest all the way up. Chin gazes up towards your ceiling. And then as you exhale, round your back like a cat. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Continue to push your hands down towards your mat. Inhale, lift chest up, chin up, gaze lifts up. Exhale, curl, bring your chin down towards your chest. Last round here. Inhale, belly drops, chin lifts, gaze lifts. And exhale, curl, bringing your chin towards your chest. Inhale again for that neutral spine that we found. Make sure that your arms are straight. Now let's warm up our core a little bit. Our toes are still tucked under, but we want to lift our kneecaps just lightly off your mat. See if you can lift them up 1 or 2 inches. Push your arms fully straight. Suck your belly button in towards your spine. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Place your knees down, untuck your toes. From here, let's bring the right foot forward towards the top of the mat. So your legs are going to be aligned, your knees are aligned with your ankles, and the top of your foot, your right foot is pushing down towards the floor. Place your hands on top of your left knee. Lift your spine up really tall. Now lift your arms all the way up towards your ceiling. Interlace your fingers and push your arms straight. Push your hands up towards your ceiling. Take 1 breath. Lift your left and right ribs. And then as you exhale, sink deep into that right hip of yours. See if you can sink deeper through the hip, but keep your arms straight and long, softening the breath. Beautiful. Push through your left foot. Get your legs straight again. Release your hands. Frame your left foot here and push back into that tabletop. 1 round of cat-cow. So drop your belly down, lift your gaze up, chin rises. Exhale, curl, bringing your chin towards your chest. Inhale for a neutral spine. Now pick that right foot and place it in between your hands. Untuck that back foot if it's tucked. Push the top of the foot down. Inhale, arms lift up. Again, you want to make sure that your right knee is stacked over your right ankle and that your left hip is stacked over your left knee. Now interlace your fingers the other way. Push your palms facing up again. Your arms are fully straight. Lengthen through the left and the right ribs. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Sink deep into that left hip. Now don't collapse into your belly. You want to knit that belly button in and lift your arms up nice and tall. Take 1 more breath with me here. Beautiful. Exhale, push through that right foot. Release the interlace. Frame your right foot and then go back into that tabletop. Beautiful. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under and push into a downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, your body is shaped like a triangle. Look forward and have a look at your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure that your wrists and your arms are shoulder width distance apart. Then have a look at your toes. Now, if your heels don't touch the floor, that's absolutely fine. But make sure that your feet are hips width distance apart. If your heels don't track down, just make sure that your legs are nice and long. Now expand through your armpits. See if you can lengthen your arms more. Left wrist, right lift, and your right wrist lifts as well. So you're expanding through your arms nice and long through the skeletal system. Stay with me for 1 more breath. Beautiful. Now bend your knees and walk your hands towards your feet, towards the back of your mat. Now, depending on your flexibility of your hamstrings, you might want to keep your legs bent here. Grab your opposite elbows, relax your head completely, and hang for a ragdoll position. Now, have a look again at your toes. Make sure that your feet are spread, so your toes are spread wide. Push through the mounds of your big toes, inner arches of your heels. And then here, if it allows you, you might want to stretch your legs straight. So push the tops of your knees towards the backs of your knees. Now shift your weight forward a couple of inches. Continue to relax that head. And then change the grip of your elbows. Switch the grip here. Keeping your belly relaxed, see if you can drip your spine down more towards the floor. 1 more round of breath. Beautiful. Place your hands down, maybe bend your knees, and walk your hands back forward into that downward facing dog that we just did. So stretching your whole body here. Lengthen from the wrists all the way up towards your armpits. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling and lengthen the backs of the legs long. Push the knees back. Take 1 more breath. Now bend your legs and then tippy-toe your feet towards the top of your mat, making ourselves here. Now, place your hands on top of your thighs. If you are a well-practiced yogi, maybe your hands can touch the mat. But I'm going to place my hands on top of the thighs here. Flat back lifts, forward fold, exhale. Hands can stay either on the mat or on the thighs, depending on your flexibility. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale for flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, release your arms so that they hang like a rag doll, and make your way all the way up to standing here. Beautiful. We're making our way to the top of the mat. So for this particular series, we're going to learn Surya Namaskar A. So standing at the top of the mat, feet together, legs are together. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Have a look at your fingers. Bend your knees, forward fold. As you exhale, your hands can touch the floor or tops of the shins. Flat back lifts, hands on top of the thighs, or if you're flexible, hands on the ground. Bend your knees, place your hands down, step back into a plank pose. Plank pose is when your body is fully long from the heels to the crown of the head. Arms are fully straight here. Take one breath and then push back into a downward facing dog for a moment. Feel that downward facing dog. Inhale back into that familiar plank here. Now we're going to go through Ashtanga Namaskar. That's dropping your knees down, your chest goes down first, and then your chin. Untuck your toes, lift into a baby cobra as you breathe in. Tuck your toes back under, push back into a downward facing dog. Look in between your hands, bend your knees, tippy-toe your feet towards the top of the mat, flat back lifts on an inhale, forward fold on an exhale, rise up, arms reach up towards ceiling, and exhale, stand in mountain pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms reach up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale for flat back, hands can be on top of the thighs or on the floor, step back into plank pose. Take one breath in here in plank. Arms are strong. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale into that plank pose. Move down. Your knees go down, your chest goes down, and your chin goes down. Untuck your toes. Move into a baby cobra. Breath in. Exhale as you push back, downward facing dog. Tippy-toe your feet towards your hands, bend the knees, lift and lengthen, flat back, hands on thighs or on floor, forward fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, arms reach up towards ceiling, and exhale, release, Tadasana. Let's do that a few more times so you're familiar with Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back lifts. Step back into a plank pose. This is a modified version of your sun salutation. Take a deep breath in plank, push back, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, step, hop, or jump. Inhale for flat back, hands on thighs or on floor, forward fold, exhale, rise up, inhale, and exhale, release. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back lifts, inhale. Step back, plank pose, exhale. Inhale, one breath in plank. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Breathe in, baby cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands, bend your knees, step, hop, or jump. Flat back lifts. Forward fold, rise up, and release. Last time, breathe and move with me, reaching up with your breath in. Forward fold, Uttanasana, exhale. Flat back lifts, lengthen, arch your back. Step back, plank pose. Strong plank, arms are strong. Take a deep breath in, then move, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands, step, hop, or jump. Inhale, exhale, fold. Rise up, breath in, and release. Beautiful. So that was your Surya Namaskar A. Now we're going to just move to one floor exercise here. So find yourself seated onto your mat. Extend your legs straight. So our heart rate is now up. We're a little bit warm. We've moved the body. This is a great exercise to do first thing in the morning in your room, or if you feel like you need to rinse your body out, you can move this through into the afternoon. Actually, anytime. Yoga is good anytime. But you want to keep your legs straight here. For some of us, this might be challenging enough. But I want you to bend your right leg, placing the right sole of your foot inside your inner left thigh. We call this Janu Shirshasana A. So make sure that your legs are straight, hips are down. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling like we did when we started the class. And then forward fold as you breathe out. Now you can place your hands by your thighs, by your knees, by your shins, by your ankles, or for seasoned yogis, you might be able to grab your foot. Wherever you are, I'd love you to keep your back nice and long. So don't hunch down just to try and get to your foot. Just go to your edge of your practice. Maybe you're just sitting up nice and tall. Relaxing the shoulders, allow the legs to expand through the length, and allow the right knee to relax down towards your floor. Take one breath in and release. Extend the legs forward. Dandasana, staff pose here. Flex your feet, your toes face up towards your ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. Bending the left leg, place the left foot inside the inner right thigh. Again, you want that knee to soften. I know some of us, we're super tight, the knees up here, but just allow it to just soften. Be patient with your body. The right foot is flexed, tall with your stance of the spine. Inhale, arms reach up. And again, place your hands down wherever you wish, wherever it serves you. Thighs, knees, calves, ankles, or foot. But keep your spine long. Remember, no hunching here. Expand through the collarbone. Stay with me for one more breath. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, release. So you can repeat that sequence a few more times, just switching your legs, lifting your arms up, forward folding, switching your legs, lifting your arms up, and forward folding. I recommend maybe doing that 3 times. So we've been through Surya Namaskar, a modified version of your sun salutation. We've moved through the floor. Now we're just going to do some easy spinal twists. So sit in hero's pose. Your knees are going to be together and your ankles are together. I'm going to face you guys. So we're going to have our knees together and ankles together. Lift your arms up. Again, interlace your fingers like we began class when we were lunging forward. Straighten your arms and push your ceiling away. Now don't splay your back. So again, knit those ribs in, belly button to spine. Now release your hands. You want to take a deep breath in as you lengthen from your seat to your skull, and then twist over to the right hand side. Now from here, drop your left hand if you can outside your right thigh, and maybe bring your right arm behind your back. For those of you that are more flexible through the lower back, you might be able to weave that back arm around you, and you want to lift and twist. Continue this rinsing movement of lifting and twisting. One more. Turn your chin towards the back room. I've got a great view here at the Grand Hyatt Hong Kong, looking at the harbor. Beautiful. Turn your face towards the screen and release your arms. Now, if you can remember, interlace your fingers the other way. Push your ceiling away. Arms are fully straight. Expand through the left and right ribs. One more breath. Inhale. Release your hands and then twist over to the left-hand side. Sit down heavy onto your heels, continue to lift and twist, rotate, and then place your right hand outside your left knee, and maybe you can drape that left arm behind you and grab that inner thigh. Now, if you can't and you just need to place your hand behind you, that's fine. Use props, maybe the tissue box in your room, you can place your back hand there. Continue to lift and twist and turn your chin out. Lift and twist, continue to rinse the body, one more. Beautiful, and then turn your face towards me and unravel. So we've worked through Surya Namaskar A, which is your standing breathing sequence. We learned Janu Shirshasana, which is your seated floor sequence. And then we've just rinsed out the spine a little bit with your seated twists. So this is just a nice way to open your body if you're waking up in the morning or you're in your room working on your laptop. Get off from your seat, roll out your yoga mat, move some furniture, and move some energy around the body and tap into that breath. Remember that breathing mindfulness exercise we did at the start. So here are 3 yoga moves for you to practice in your room or at home with the Hyatt. Thank you so much. My name is Cristina from the Vibe Tribe. I look forward to seeing you back on the mat, back in your room soon. Namaste.